Balance changes are coming to Brawl Stars, and one brawler in particular is changing forever. Stick around until the end to find out who. What is up, guys? My name is Ark, and my brawls are quite simply the best of them all. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not, and without further ado, let's get into it. It's sneak peek time, baby, and yes, I am well aware that I look like crap. That is because I have been up all night long. I haven't had a wink of sleep preparing videos for you lovely people, so you can say there's a couple of things to come. Now, the only thing you're getting out of me right now regarding this update is that it is a big one, and for this reason I've decided to break up my videos. I'm trying to keep them relatively short, concise, and to the point so that you guys can digest all the information in the easiest way possible. So let's jump straight into these balance changes, guys, kicking it off with Colt. Colt is receiving some love, much needed in my opinion. I'm really pleased for this buff to Colt. Attack and super damage is being increased from 280 up to 300. I am super stoked for this buff, guys. I have been hoping on it for a while now. Colt in the past was very strong, and unfortunately he just got nerfed below that average line. So hopefully now we will see him make a return back into the mix, making him a more viable brawler to choose from. Next up is a brawler that I think we were all hoping to see on this list. Crow is receiving a buff. It will now take only 8 daggers plus poison effect in order to earn his super, whereas in the past it would take 9 daggers plus poison. Crow used to be one of my favourite brawlers to play, but if I'm honest, recently I've only really been using him in like Kaboom Canyon and stuff like that. So it's going to be really nice to see Crow making his way back onto the scene into a variety of different game modes. Next up for a buff is Bull. Now, to be honest, I didn't really expect to see Bull on this list, but now that I think of it, I have not really been playing him very much, and perhaps this is one of the reasons why. So Bull is going to be receiving a health buff from 5,000 to 5,200. Once again, I would have to say that I absolutely agree with this buff. For me, it feels as though Darryl has been outshining Bull on Heist for quite some time now. We'll get back to that in just a moment. And in terms of gem grab, the only map that I can really recall Bull being a viable option for currently is like Bone Box. So it'll be great to see Bull become a more viable option for the near future. Next up for a buff is Pam. Now, I'll be honest, guys, this is the only brawler that I'm a little bit on the fence over. I kind of felt like Pam was already pretty strong in the meta right now, and she did receive a number of buffs in recent time. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to reserve my judgment, and I think you guys should too. But regardless, Pam is receiving a health buff from 4,200 to 4,400. Next up, we've got yet another buff. This balance change, guys, is very much focused and centered around buffs, of which I have got no problem whatsoever, especially with this particular brawler, Jessie. For me, Jessie's turret has always been very strong. I think there's no denying that. But I always feel like Jessie underperforms just a little bit, and I want to get just a bit more out of her as a brawler, and hopefully this should be the answer. So Jessie is going to be receiving a decrease in reload time from 2 seconds down to 1.8 seconds. Great move by the Brawl Stars dev team. I am absolutely on board for that. Next up, it's a nerf, finally, and a well-deserved nerf at that. This is going to come as a relief to many. I know that I was very relieved when I first read this, but Penny is going to be receiving a nerf. She's not getting chopped down very heavily, which I'm pleased to say. I always worry when it comes to balance changes that certain brawlers are just going to get chopped into oblivion, but Penny's super cannonballs will now no longer hit randomly, which is a great thing. I think we can all relate to just playing the game and out of nowhere a cannonball kills us. It was very frustrating, so this should put an end to that. She will also be receiving a decrease in her projectile speed by 6%, I'm on board for this. Next up for a nerf. Sorry guys, it's going to be Tara. Tara has been very strong for a while now, I think it's fair to say. Very strong in Gem Grab, very strong in Brawl Ball, and you know, I was quite pleased to read this nerf. She is going to now only earn her super after 13 hits instead of 12. So getting that additional hit is going to be needed for Tara. I don't think it's a really big deal at all. Tara has the range to be able to cope with this very easily, so you're just going to have to work that little bit harder to earn that super, but for this, I am absolutely okay with. The next one almost broke my heart. Spike! Why would you do this, Brawl Stars dev team? Why? Spike has been my favourite brawler to play for like the longest time. RIP if you haven't unboxed him. I think that we all saw this coming. I'm not at all surprised. I was just hoping this day would not come. So Spike's main attack range is being reduced from 5 tiles down to 4.33 tiles. But this next one is very interesting to me. Spike's main attacks are now going to become predictable, not random. So in the past, the fragments would be random. Now they are going to be organized. That is going to really mix things up at the top end of the trophies, and especially in competitive play. Now this next one is the biggest change that we have ever witnessed in a balance change. It's an entire rework of a particular brawler, and I will probably do a video devoted to this one brawler because this is huge, guys. Hold on to your hats. Awkward. Darryl is changing, guys, massively. So get this. His super range is being reduced from 23.3 tiles down to only 7 tiles. That is a reduction of a third, guys. His super is now going to act entirely differently to every single other brawler in the game. His super will now charge over time. Crazy, right? Especially in, like, imagine Feast or Famine. You're going to be earning your super by just sitting in a bush doing nothing. How's that going to work? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's overpowered right now. I think it's actually a really interesting dynamic. But get this. As a result, his health will be reduced from 5,000 down to 4,000. His super attack damage is going to be reduced from 640 down to 400. His main attack damage is going to be reduced down from 360 to 260. His super will activate a shield, which reduces his damage by 30% for 3.5 seconds, and his super will charge from 13 hits down to 7 attack hits. Wow. Having played Darryl a lot on the dev build, I can say that he is completely changed now. Everything you thought you knew about Darryl, forget it. It is out the window. But I think it's going to be a great thing for him. I think it's going to be a fantastic thing for him. I think Heist is going to be completely turned on its head now. It's like the meta is being quite literally torn down in Brawl Stars, and I think this is a really positive thing for the game. Watch out for some Darryl gameplay coming soon to this channel. Be sure to click the notifications, guys. That ensures that you do not miss a video. If you enjoyed this video, guys, head on down to the like button, grab it, smash it, and while you're at it, subscribe for more future content. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of these balance changes, which are you most concerned about, and which are you most looking forward to. Any comment you leave is automatically entered into our monthly prize draw giveaway, so it doesn't harm to leave a comment, guys. And until next time, keep calm, game on, but most importantly, keep your brawls epic.